Welcome to the CFG GameCast, episode number 73, a weekly podcast created by gamers and streamers alike to discuss the latest gaming topics from the previous week. We stream a new episode on Saturdays and release it on podcast services like Apple and Google Podcasts, Stitcher Radio, and Podbean. So show us some love. Give us a follow, a like, a comment, what have you on any of our podcast services that are out there, or go to our main website, confreaksandgeeks.com, to not miss an episode. I am Mr. CFG Games himself, Davis Green, and with me today are my two awesome co-hosts. I got Lex in the second seat. What is going on, girl?
A lot. I'm tired. I had to get up real early this morning, and I went to bed real late, because I was playing some games with Smitty and Ducky.
Pew pew pew.
But yeah, I mean, I also yesterday was exhausting because I was picking up couches, and because there's a little rugrat running behind me. If you see her, you guys can say hello. Her name is Jadzia Dax. You can call her Jadzia or Zia. She's cute. She's eating right now, or I'd just like hold her up for you. But she's 12 weeks. No, I think maybe younger than that. 'Cause she just stopped bottle feeding recently. But she's a baby. And she's real cute, but she acts like a grown-up, and it's hysterical because she does like grown-up cat things. Like she cleans herself already. I'm like, oh, I don't have to teach you that. Cool. But she didn't know how to use the litter box until right as we
5
started
minutes
the
ago.
podcast. Yeah. I was like, oh, thank God. I was like, God, if she poops in here and we're live, that's going to be terrible. I'm traumatized from yesterday. I don't want to talk about it. But yeah, I got to play a bunch of Bless Unleashed. I was grinding it all week, and that was a delight. I love it.
Well, where are you? What level are you? I've been playing it a little bit too on PlayStation.
Nice.
You're on PlayStation, right?
Yeah, I'm on PlayStation. So if you're looking to play with Karma, like I am, she hops between Xbox and PlayStation. So when there's issues on Xbox, she switches over to PlayStation. So I'm level 12. Maybe 13 now. Okay. I'm below level 15, but I know I've surpassed level 12. But I'm in like the Navarro area. No. But I do keep going back to Kazakor because I like their setup for like, okay, here's how you upgrade this, and you just turn around and go to this guy instead, and like here's your little guy to hold your doodly boops, and you know, because you get all these like little fortification stones and things, but you only have a pack that holds at the moment I can only hold 35 items, and it's like, well, if I'm on a quest, where am I going to put those things? You go to the warehouse manager in Kazakor, because I know you're about to ask me.
No, I'm still kind of trying to learn because I'm about like I think level 5 or 6. I'm now. I've been there for a little bit now. But I'm steady trying to grind. I was watching her play the other day, and man, like there's a new raid that came out and stuff like that. It is hardcore. It is hardcore, man.
Yeah,
she is hardcore. I was like, woo.
Well, she's been doing it forever. She's been playing it. She has to have been playing it for at least a year now. Yeah,
since day one. Since day one that it got ported on to Xbox, right?
Xbox came out last year. So Bless was an MMO RPG that was on PC, but this version of Bless Unleashed was a game that was meant specifically for consoles that came out last year. That was on the Xbox One. Because so Bless Unleashed plays differently than what the Bless Online was on the PC. So but apparently this is it's very fun, as you can tell with like it hooked Lex, you know. So
yeah. Well, and it's cute because Karma's like, you know, bringing her community over, because I play during the day because at night we play the spoopy games, and she's brought a bunch of people over, and she's like, she's new at MMOs. Girl, I'm not new at MMOs. I am new at MMO RPGs. I used to play Path, which is an ARPG, and I played Diablo, and I played World of Warcraft, but I think that was before Karma was born. So, you know, do I really remember? Probably not.
Wow, that's crazy to say.
Facts.
She was probably like 5, let's be honest. She was alive, but she didn't know what video games were to that extent, you know?
Oh my God.
I'm old, y'all.
We old,
I have to remember like how much younger, but she's real cute. I'm like, it's not that I'm new. I can't see you guys. And I was funny because like the text looks blurry to me. And so I'm having a little bit of a hard time reading things, but she's got an amazing community, and there's been a few that have taken pity on me, and they'll be in my chat and they're like, "Wait, let's figure out why you can't get this right." I'm like, "Okay." And so,
Figure all that out.
right. And like without mansplaining or like making me feel dumb about it. Cause it's like, I'm an intelligent human being. I just can't see. And Dust during the day, sadly, he works. And a lot of the times he sets up my games for me and he'll get me to memorize, okay, this is where this is. This is where that is. This is what this is going to say. And I memorize it. And I kind of cheat my way through with that. But I can't with this because he's in the other room. So, and he's on the phone. I can't just be like, "Hey, you come in here. What does it say?" So yeah, I'm figuring it out, but it's a lot of fun.
MMO blues. So that's all I got to say towards that. But who else could say something?
What?
The 5-star general of the itty bitty Smitty committee. I got Smitty on the third seat. What's going on, my dude?
Chilling, my friend. It was a great week off. Chilled, got some work done. Mainly just tried to chill. I've been gaming. I have been playing Spider-Man, getting some Call of Duty in with these guys, with Ducky and Lex and Dust and Doc and all them. So it's been nice. Just kind of,
You know what? There's no excuse on you not finishing Metal Gear Solid 5.
What are you talking about, dude? Hold on. I was going to, but because number one, I still need to make that donation. I am a man of my word. Okay.
Put that money in his hand.
Yeah, because I've already lost. Now it's kind of gotten put back on the back burner. I'm not gonna let it happen though. We're gonna get through Spider-Man, okay? And then I'm still gonna be doing things because you got to think about it though. I've got Watchdog Legions, I've got Destiny 2, I've got what I mean. I've got too much stuff right now. Again,
don't get me wrong. Okay, look, don't get me wrong. I know you want to get back in on the thick of things with Destiny 2.
That's Unleashed.
Cool.
I am very much so.
Yes, I would say
Destiny 2.
I mean, just have one story-driven game like you're doing right now with Spider-Man, and then after that, I mean, because Destiny, is never going to end, and then after that,
right.
but then after that, just do your ins and outs with Bless Unleashed and all the other ones. But I'm just saying, you just need to finish it up.
I do.
So
no,
close.
you're right.
Aren't you close?
I know. I don't even know. No, dude, I'm still on chapter 1.
Oh my god!
Remember, I just finished chapter 1. I'm sorry.
He thought he beat it, and it was chapter 1.
I thought I beat it, and I was like, yeah, and then it was like, wah,
wah. Oh no!
That hurt.
So what he's saying is, by next year,
he'll
have 50% of it done.
I still have Breath of the Wild to finish. I've got Mario, all the Marios that I got. Like I started Mario 64 a little bit.
Beginning of 2021,
Mario 64.
Yeah, remember how they had the 3D, for
triple
Switch?
Pack.
Yeah, the triple.
Yeah.
Because I never played Sunshine or Galaxy, and I was like, well, I might as well, and it'd be great to start back off with 64. Can I think I beat that one? But again, that was. I mean, we were kids back then when it came out. I think so. Yeah. So it's ridiculous. I'm ridiculous, and I'm just gonna perpetually. I am slowly and steadily working my way to just play video games as my job. That'd be fantastic.
That'd be great.
You know what I mean? It's like I'm gonna follow in the footsteps of the completionist and just be like, I just play video games. That's what I do. And I'm gonna try to complete them over.
It's so freaking crazy. That's so freaking crazy.
What have you been up to, Dave?
Busy as always, how it normally goes. No, it's like I'm never time to rest for the most part. But like this, although I did get a chance, I finished Miles Morales, got platinumed that yesterday, and I'm was going to start off with Devil May Cry 5. That was my, but nice. But I just didn't have a drive to play anything for the past 2 days. I decided to kind of relax and do a little bit of cleaning and stuff, because the biggest thing is that you get, like, ritual wise, it's like I have to get ready for the feasting of Thanksgiving, so like yeah, so like I'm just making sure everything is straight, and I mean, it's like I'm kind of like not wanting to play or be committed into something serious, beforehand. Like I gotta get ready for that itis that's gonna happen on Thursday. So Yeah, and this
Fair
one's going to
enough.
be a little bit different though too, because like it was kind of hard because like yesterday I was talking to my brother and I told him to not because he had a ticket. He said he was gonna fly in tomorrow, and I was like, oh, I can't wait to see you. Can't wait to see you because we haven't seen him in like 6 months because of the pandemic. But then like I told him like it was hard for me to tell him it's like you shouldn't come because like to say because of the situation and where he lives in Florida, and I was like I think it's like
Oh yeah.
not only a risk for you you just on the process of you flying over here and how crazy the airports and stuff are going to be, but like I think that like even for my mom, she's super high risk and stuff. It's like I'd rather just not take any chances and just we'll see you when we see you. We know for it, but it sucks. It really
Oh,
sucks,
sorry, buddy.
So yeah, it's unfortunate, but yeah, I know we're gonna definitely see each other coming in again. So that's cool. But anyways, I know y'all don't want to be talking about my Thanksgiving plans. But that's all good. We're going to get started with our topics as always. So each of us selects a topic of or discussion of within video games from the previous week. The topic would or could be about a specific game or something that happened in the gaming industry itself. And we don't want to talk about it amongst ourselves. We want everyone that's currently on Twitch, in the Twitch chat, to be a part of the conversation. So whatever we say or whatever the topic is, by all means put in whatever you want in your mind. Just make it cordial, and we will have we will discuss it with you live on our stream. So let's get down to it. So Lex,
Hi.
what are you bringing to the table?
Well, my original topic's getting tabled for a later date, but we were discussing before podcast as we usually do the Game Awards, and it was just I don't know what it is in my mind. I'm like, it's August, but I know it's November. And then you said Thanksgiving, and I'm like, oh, that's next week. Oh my God, that's next week. So I don't know why my brain is confuzzled at the moment, but it is. So the Game Awards is coming up, and of course, you can expect certain games for certain, for certain rounds. But Davis brought up a game, and I thought, what? Why? That's 2018. So, of course, we've got Game of the Year, Doom Eternal, Final Fantasy VII Remake, Ghost of Tsushima, Hades, Animal Crossing, Last of Us Part 2. And a lot of those games, of course, are then nominated for like Best Game Direction, Best Narrative. 13 Sentinels is in on that one. Best Art Direction, which Ori and the Will of the Wisps, which that game looks precious. I need to play that at some point.
It is a gorgeous game.
I want to play it so bad. Best Score in Music, of course. Again, Doom Eternal, Final Fantasy, Hades, Last of Us, Ori. Audio Design, same thing. Add Resident Evil 3 to that mix and Half-Life. But then as you keep going, Games for Impact, Best Ongoing, Best Indie, Best Mobile. Among Us is at the top of the list. Excuse me. Hi. Wasn't that game 2018? Yes, it has gotten a revamp. Okay. I agree. We love it. We play it every Thursday. And we have a fantastic time. But that game came out in 2018, and I feel like we talked about this last year. Hello? Like, how are we just popping in a game that came out 2 years ago into the best mobile? Was there really nothing else you could think of? I'm confuzzled. What do you guys think?
Clearly, that's the well. I mean, I don't know if y'all know, but like I've never been a fan of the Game Awards, but like because of their choosing for some of these things. But like,
is it because they seem a little biased? Is that why you don't prefer it, or
no? It just doesn't make sense on some of this stuff. Like for instance, like it's hard. First off, it's really hard as hell to choose because like how it is for movies and stuff. The movie pool is like not even a quarter of the size of what gaming side is going to be is one. But then the games that they do choose and the games that they select and then the games that they've won in on it, I never really I was like, this is weird. Why would they choose this thing? But I will say this though, the one because Among Us is nominated for 2 different versions. It's best mobile game and best multiplayer game.
Yeah.
And that's worse to me. I don't care about mobile as much because I don't know my mobile games itself, but multiplayer, to say that is actually going to be it's on for this year of 2020 when the game came out back in 2018 is insane to me. It's like,
Right.
how the hell do you have a game that's that old to be nominated for that? Like, what your rules, and you've stated in your rules before in the past that there's a certain time frame where these games are supposed to be a part of this in the year. So like, how does that even come through in the mix of all of it?
Well, so they're breaking their own rules for this one, and that's why I'm a little confused, because there have been like heated discussions in the past about, well, this game should have, because it came out like right at the tail end, and it missed this one. Okay, and it's like, wait a minute, like, this isn't the Academy Awards here. Hello.
Yeah, I don't know, like, it's a what?
I was gonna say, even then, even with the Academy Awards, there's a time frame, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To be able to go back and take this game that was made in 2018 for it to be included. Number one, why the hell is it on a multiplayer list? Why? I don't understand that. Like, there are a ton of great multiplayer games. The fact that, again, this did capture a lot of people, but this was not because it's a great game. It's because it's easily accessible and it's free. So, again, there's going to be a bigger audience. You got people that are stuck indoors. I guess that's the only way, because of circumstances, that these would even be on the list, because I have a hard time believing that it would have gained the popularity that it did had we not been put into the situation that we're in. Yeah, exactly.
Well, and here's the thing. If it worked as seamlessly on mobile as it should, I would absolutely be like, yeah, I can see it. Let's go with it. But no, every week I tell people who want to play with us on Thursdays, we play by these sets of rules. We played a little differently because I have a superpower. And if you have mobile, it's free on mobile, $5 on Steam, blah, blah, blah. That's the spiel, right? Not that I am supported by them by any means, but it's an easy game for people to jump in on. But all of my mobile players get kicked left and right all the time.
Oh,
It's ridiculous. Like, in the middle of games too. And I know my mobile players, and if I'm killer, like, I'll wait. I'm like, Abby, are you stuck? I'm going to give you 10 seconds to run. I feel bad. Abby, okay, you're dead. And then I'll take off, but
okay, but
Reed says Among Us and Genshin Impact both suck on mobile, in my opinion. Multiplayer, I feel the rules can be broken. Mobile shouldn't. I'm not sure I follow as far as.
I don't know though. I would disagree on the fact of multiplayer, because technically, like, dude, there's multiplayer games that. Okay, well, first off, let me see what was in the multiplayer list here. Give me a minute. It's like, you're telling me out of the pool of multiplayer games that's the games that you say, okay, here we go. Best multiplayer games. Here's your options: Animal Crossing's New Horizon, Among Us, Call of Duty Warzone, Fall Guys, Ultimate Knockout, and Valorant. Really? Like, yeah. So you're telling me out of all that, every one of those follows the rules, because theoretically that came out in 2020. All of them came out within the year time span of 2020 from the last Game Awards. But Among Us is the one that's going to be the one that's like, oh, okay, it's a multiplayer game, but the game came out 2 years ago.
Right.
And it wasn't even a speck of interest into it when it did come out, and so, like, I'm sorry, you can't do this. You can't do this. But that's kind of BS to me. Another BS one is not best community support. Let me see if I can find it.
Oh, that one was funny.
Best ongoing.
I don't even know what that means. What does that even mean?
It means it's an ongoing game of a game that's continuously ongoing. If
Overwatch, Apex.
If Among Us was in that, then that would make more sense to me.
Right.
But overall, like, they didn't. But then, they need to remove this stupid category, because that's all games. It's like, okay, so here's the list of best ongoing: Apex Legends, Destiny 2, Call of Duty Warzone, Fortnite, and No Man's Sky.
Sorry, what?
None of those games came out this year except
Right.
for
No.
Warzone. It's like,
But, I
why
mean,
would I?
but that's what ongoing is, I guess.
But it's a stupid category. They don't need
Yeah.
it. They don't need that. They don't need to have that. That's like saying,
why wouldn't, yeah, kind of like you're saying though, why wouldn't Among Us be in this category?
Right.
But it's in these other ones. Like, that to me doesn't make any sense.
I agree.
All right, I agree. This category is kind of, it's like it's definitely a head turner as far as a category, but at least
Yeah.
you know what I mean. It makes sense then for Among Us, which was made in 2018, to then be placed in this category with these other games that were made from other years as well. To place it into a category of this year, you have now denied another multiplayer game that spot from a game that came out in 2018. That's my issue with it.
Yeah.
oh no, I totally agree, and that's what I feel like. I feel like they messed up with that. So like it doesn't like. So I think they played favorites, and and with that alone, with that option, it tells me that they don't really. I don't know if they take that seriously. They don't take these options seriously. Because I would. Because I mean, they've shown that they have a time span of when these games should be considered to be a part of these a part of whatever these things are. But
Right.
like at the same time, like when you have a game that's 2 years old that's in one of those spots, it's like, what? It's like, what are you talking about? It's like it's really, really weird.
Well,
It's really weird.
Mboss made a good point too. Mboss was saying that Among Us didn't have any real big changes until 2020, though if I'm not mistaken, they were focusing on Among Us 2 before Among Us exploded, so I don't think it would fit in that.
Right.
Which,
Well,
yeah,
and,
Okay.
and Reed just said,
that's
"Oh
not
wait,
really
there's
an ongoing,
yeah."
right?
And
So I
Reed
guess
just goes,
that's
"Wait, there's an
probably-
overtime category." Yeah, exactly. Like you're putting it in two categories that doesn't make any sense. But then you've explicitly stated before you have a time frame, so some games just miss out on the Game Awards completely because of
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't do like it. Just it causes a little bit of confusion, and then from Nboss's point, you know, if Among Us 2 came out, then I would have had no qualms with it. But they didn't. It didn't come out. It got canceled. And
Right.
and even if they did an update patch or whatnot, because like Lex and I were kind of arguing about this last year about Game of the Year, because I was saying specifically
Exactly.
it was like okay, so you're it's like because she was going to say that. I think it was at the time it was Monster Hunter. It was Iceborne that came out, and I was like, Iceborne really isn't a game. It's a game that is an expansion on a game that
It was
currently
already
exists that
released.
came out last year.
Mhm.
So like that alone, I would be like, okay, then like they need to be a little bit more strict on that. So like, I mean, if they're gonna put that as like for them to come out the way they're going to be coming out, it's like no, they need to be more.
Yeah.
They need. I think it chose wrong. They just chose wrong on this all out. Like what Smitty said. Like it definitely neglected one of the other multiplayer games that could have possibly have taken its place.
Absolutely.
For it, because like, yeah, come on,
It's just weird. You know?
It is
That's
very much
crazy. Look, I mean, award shows like these, I mean, I understand giving people accolades and stuff like that for the work that's produced, but I mean, again, award shows really are just an opportunity for them to get advertising in your face, and you know what I mean? And a lot of it is just kind of, it's like, man, whatever, man. Like, I never really follow too closely with any kind of award shows anymore, just because I don't know, man. I'm just like, meh. Whatever, dude. I don't, you know what I mean? Like it used to, like when I was younger, I feel like I used to get a lot more hyped about them. Nowadays, I'm just like, I don't really give a shit.
Same.
Pretty much. It's really funny. So like right now, like for me, this is probably my own personal taste on this because it says best role playing game, Final Fantasy VII Remake, Genshin Impact, Persona 5 Royale, Wastelands 3. I personally wouldn't even agree with Persona 5 Royale to be in it because I mean the game is just an add-on on like additional to a game that already existed. Yep. But like that's just me nitpicking in itself. But like, but I do understand where they're coming from. But here, where I was like, this is messed up. Best fighting games that came out. I was like, okay. I was like, where was that? I looked at. I was looking at all these different ones. I was like, what is this? So like, why would they choose? Oh, here it is. Okay, so Grand Blue Fantasy versus Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate, Street Fighter 5 Champion Edition, One Punch Man, Hero Nobody Knows, Under Night in Birth.
I didn't even know
Lake
that was
Clear.
a fighting game. Half those
Under Night?
like what? I've never heard of Under Night. I've never heard of the One Punch one either.
First off,
I have heard of Grand Blue.
Funny thing you mentioned with One Punch. If anyone goes to any website to see what that reviews of One Punch Man is, you'll be wondering why the hell is that on that list. This is like probably a 1 to 2 star, like it's a very low rated game, incredibly low rated. So I don't know what they're talking about with this game, like even being on here. Like,
fighting game of the year.
I know, right? That's like saying, hey, let's put Street Fighter the movie, the game, Street Fighter the movie, the game in here. It's like, what is that? It's terrible. Yeah, anyone goes.
Wait, who's the content creators?
Oh, it's terrible.
Who do we have? Alana Pierce.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Alana Pierce is probably going to win that.
Nick Merckx, Tim. I've never heard of J. Ann Lopez.
I don't know most of them except for Alana Pierce and Tim the Tatman.
No,
it's possible Tim the Tatman might come, but might be but we'll see.
I feel like it's the same people almost every year, though.
No, they choose. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They always choose a set of 5 different people every year. That
okay. Well, good luck to Alana. I know that, dude. So it's crazy. We had her on LAN parties, and she had talked about one of her dreams being is to write for a video game. Mm-hmm. Guess who got a job at what you call it?
No, Santa Monica Studios.
Sony. Yeah, yes. The people that did God of War. She's gonna be writing. She's gonna be writing for a game. So huge congrats to her on that. That was awesome.
She's leaving Rooster Teeth to do that. Yeah.
She did leave. Oh. Yeah, she's already been left. Yeah.
I've been behind on my videos.
Yeah.
Yeah. Twitch gets
interesting.
Yeah. I find it interesting. Read it. Yeah. So did you see what I'm saying? Read one of the reviews, man. I'm telling you.
This is in all caps. Do you want me to
yell she
it?
Worked. Wait.
Yeah.
Retro. She runs Black Girl Gamers.
Oh,
Lana Pierce?
No, not Lana Pierce.
I was like, what?
J.N. Lopez?
I think Black Twitter would be a little bit pissed about that.
Yeah, I was about to say. This is in all caps. I'm pretty sure when I block or press a button, that button's job is to do what the game says it does. If I press that button and they get automatically punched in the forehead, I'm pretty sure I still press the action button. So why is it that a tiny flick to the forehead cancels out my whole attack plan and sends me to the ground for 15 minutes while the other guy beats me senseless and then continues to power up and blow me away with his special move while I'm still on the ground, all the while waiting for my attack to go on ahead and it do its thing. But then all of a sudden, I see a giant failure on my screen because I had 1 minute 30 seconds to defeat this level 6 beast. You have lots more work to do, fellas. You're ruining my mental health.
that guy just is incredibly salty. I can tell you that. So yeah, I'm not surprised. Reed H. Cooper. I find it interesting that this is one of my one of the only categories game wise where they aren't nominated elsewhere. Which category was that, Reed? Sorry to get back on this. And Boz, this was a reference to the fighting games, not the streamers. Oh God, timing. Oh, fighting and now also sim. Oh, okay, yeah. I don't know, man. Like they don't get me wrong. I think having a game awards is a good thing. I mean, it celebrates gaming and that's perfectly fine. And I'm not going to say no for any situation that's going to celebrate gaming in one way or the other. But they got to take pride on some of the stuff that they're doing was I mean, you got to be consistent with the rules is one. 2, you got to when you put games like I said, like One Punch Man as a part of like being nominated for Game of the Year or whatever, like then you got to take that stuff seriously. They just have a long way to go, you know. I mean, just like, and then some of their titles, like some of the categories are just weird overall. So like it's just that's where I'm kind of standing with it itself. So I mean,
yeah. Yeah. Interesting. It is it's
I,
interesting.
I think I think we can say enough about the Game Awards, but there you go. But I'm not gonna watch. Not gonna watch. I don't think. I mean, I'm guessing I'll skim through it, but I'm definitely not gonna waste my time on just like sitting down and watching it for like 2 hours.
Same.
So no, we're
Yeah.
cool with
I'll catch
that.
the highlight reel on YouTube.
Right, right on. All right. So my topic is about some crazy leaks that were going on with Capcom this week. Which was insane. So Capcom, I don't know what it was, but like, or who did it initially, but there were some excuse me, there were some massive Capcom leaks that happened this week. They revealed, the leaks revealed a new Dragon's Dogma, so Dragon's Dogma 2, which is amazing because this game has been in this weird like limbo, like developer hell for like almost 10 years. It's crazy. That's gonna be a really good one.
Ooh.
Yeah, but it's a real fun one. I mean, Street Fighter 6 and also potentially more. We've like, there've already been rumors about the new Monster Hunter, the sequel of Monster Hunter Worlds that's going to be coming. They already they already have, like, the two that are coming on the Switch, but there's so many other games that came in. So the list of games that they so far said that was coming, that could be potentially coming, and this isn't guaranteed, but from it's because it hasn't been 100% confirmed, was that Resident Evil Outbreak was going to be was one, Dragon's Dogma 2, Street Fighter 6, Mega Man Mega Man Match. I don't know what that is, which would be good. Resident Evil 4 remake.
Ooh, Final Fight remake.
Yeah, Final Fight remake, Street Fighter the Super Street Fighter 6, which is basically going to be, so they're already confirming that there's going to be a second version of a game that's not even out of Street Fighter 6. But they're saying that that's not going to come out until 2023, so that's 2 years. Monster Hunter 6, Power Stone remake, which would be freaking awesome. If you haven't played that, it's on the Dreamcast. And then Ultra Street Fighter 6, Resident Evil Hank, which is they say likely it's going to be Hunk. So and Hunk was the tofu that was back in Resident Evil 2, like a giant piece of tofu that was in Resident Evil 2. So that yeah, it's really weird. So on this list, they're already kind of projecting a list within the next between now or next year to 2024. Within that list, they're already showing 2 different versions of Street Fighter that's going to be upping their cast. So I'm assuming like a season 1, season 2, season 3 on top of that. But the big ones like Monster Hunter 6, and the Resident Evils, they're definitely going to be going strong with it. So some of the games have been confirmed, but not all of them quite yet. That's going to be quite legitimate, but they're still kind of in this weird limbo, which as well as they should be, because I mean, come on, like, if they're going to be announcing these things from 2024, I really like, they should be like not even in your mind at this point.
Well, I mean, they're not even. I mean, this was because I don't know that data leak. So they leaked 350,000 account information, people's emails and stuff like that. Is how this stuff came about. It was pulled from that hack that happened. I think it was last week that it happened. So I think this is just stuff that they had, you know what I mean? Projects that they had down the list, and all of a sudden, like, that information is out there now in the world. So it kind of sucks for them because they can't really, you know what I mean? Like, now it's just out there. So you can't even, you're just like, oh no. You know, now people know what to at least expect and stuff like that, or whatever. So, you know, we'll see how that. Cause
I don't know, because like I think they can still get away. They can still get away with some super with games that they're not that people are anticipating, that haven't been 100% anticipating, because most of these games are like either are so far away that we can't really be 100% on when they're going to be coming out, or until they until they say something officially. So like, I mean, like, come on, to say that they're already saying, okay, Super Street Fighter 6, Ultra Street Fighter 6, I doubt that they're going to do it. Oh yeah, I mean, and the one I'm hoping for is they're going to do another, like, a Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. If they do the full collection of that, oh god, yes, please, such a great series. What was the game before the Owl? That was the new Monster Hunter, game that's coming out on the Switch. So yeah, so that's gonna be pretty. It's about like with the ninja dog and all that stuff. So we'll see. Yeah, we'll definitely. But I mean, like, first off, I don't. Yeah, I mean, so but I did not know that this was from the data leak that happened last week though. That's quite crazy. Quite crazy. Was that internal data leak or was that just Capcom as a whole? Like,
I think it was Capcom as a whole. They got a hold of accounts, people's account information. No credit card information was compromised, but like birth dates, emails, stuff like that was compromised.
Oh.
That's unfortunate. I mean, it's really unfortunate.
Not good.
Yeah.
I already get too much spam email. Knock it off.
Look at that. There's some I've already missed. Like Onimusha, Onimusha New Work. Not New York, but New Work.
I totally thought it said New York.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's a healthy list. I can't remember. Capcom is still independent, right? They're not owned. They don't have a parent company.
No, they're their own company.
I could see them. I could see somebody trying to flex and make a move on them possibly. I think we had talked about Microsoft maybe eyeballing, but I mean, again, the speculation as far as who they're going to try to scoop up next is all over the place.
It's going to be really hard for Japanese companies to get bought out by companies from the West. So especially how loyal that they how loyal and everything is over there on their end of the from their side. What were you going to say, Lex? I'm sorry.
Are they publicly traded?
No, Capcom? They are not. They are not publicly traded. They're their own company.
You can't have it in stocks, huh?
Nope. The only one that's really publicly traded, it's really weird. It's like I don't think a lot of game companies are publicly traded. I'm not saying that there isn't.
Yeah,
but it's very seldom. Like I don't even think Nintendo is publicly traded. No, Nintendo is publicly traded. I do remember that. Nintendo, Microsoft, Sony, the core people that have console systems and stuff. But yeah, but
I want to see Monster Hunter. I missed that one. Do you mind throwing that up for me?
I didn't see it either.
It was back there. Oh well,
it was before this.
Yeah, it was before this. I don't know where. I wasn't paying attention on the video you were at.
No, I think it had to have been after, right?
I thought it was after Power Stone, and I just happened to look away.
I don't know. I mean, like, Capcom has been doing the right things because, like, at one point in time, they were hurting really badly, and
yeah,
I think Monster Hunter really kind of got them out of that groove for the most part.
Yeah.
But so hopefully,
that's it. That's
it. Yeah, that's it. There we go. Yeah. So
delay. I'll take a peek.
Yeah, we'll see
I didn't watch that. That's Monster Hunter?
Yeah, that's the Monster that's coming out on the Switch.
That's for Switch? The graphics don't look too bad on that.
Monster Hunter, I believe it's Rise, So yeah, that's going to be pretty.
Yeah, there's that dude.
Wee.
Yeah.
Wee.
Sitting there.
Yeah, so yeah, they're definitely so like we'll definitely see. And then there's also the big shift changes that happen because I know Yoshinori Ono, who used to be the producer of Street Fighter. Yeah, so it's now the vice president of Capcom, who was the guy who pushed Monster Hunter, is now in charge of the fighting game side. So there's a lot of good changes that's coming in the future. I just really wish to see where what's really coming up to it. What is Soapy Waffle says Blizzard just needs separate itself from the cancer that is Activision.
Agree. I mean, anything that Activision touches, that's what happened to Destiny too. All of a sudden, they got sucked in by Activision, dude, and it went to hell. And then once they broke away, it got good again. It's getting good again.
Different though, because like wasn't Destiny, or not Destiny, but Bungie was they weren't owned by Activision. It was a partnership, wasn't it?
It was a partnership, but I mean, I think Activision had more clout with them being bigger than Bungie, and I think there was some reliance on Bungie's part. Don't get me wrong, Bungie was tripping too, but I feel like Activision, basically anything Activision touches, just, you know what I mean, it turns into, how do we monetize this? We don't give a shit how we go about doing it. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then it makes the game go to hell. I agree 100%.
Well, look at it this way though. Most of the people that made Blizzard the magic that Blizzard is now, you know, have moved on. They actually made their own studio, so hopefully we're going to see something that hopefully they can relive the magic that everyone experienced when the Diablos and Starcrafts, Warcrafts and stuff came back in the day. So it's, yeah, you're totally right. I mean, but that's what happens with giant conglomerate gaming companies. Hence, EA is the poster board child of all of that, of like when it comes to all of that nonsense. So we'll see. Yeah, but we'll definitely see. We all know that Activision is just as bad. Bethesda is horrible too. I mean,
Bethesda poops all over their fan base, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I have zero respect for Bethesda and what they do purely from the shenanigans I've had to watch their because again, I've never really played a lot of their games. I kind of try to get into Fallout 3. I have what do I have? 3 New Vegas and 4. And just the way that I saw with the whole 76 rollout, because originally I was on that hype train, I very quickly got off once I started hearing reports about it. And I was like, no, oh, hell to the no. Thankfully, I did back away from that because that was a mess. But yeah, I just feel bad for the fans. You know what I mean? Like, 'cause they get no service, I feel like, at all. They, you know what I mean? It's terrible. But that says, I feel like it's one of the.
I think that the final straw for me was 76 because like I was just like, but like don't get me wrong, like I mean Fallout 3, Fallout 4 and stuff were good and they're all right. Skyrim was like it's been on virtually on all systems, and stuff. But like the one thing that really kind of turned me off with Bethesda when it came to that stuff was that they've been using the same engine for Skyrim forever, like since since Morrowind. Like that was like Xbox One, the original Xbox, the OG Xbox crazy. That came out and stuff, like and they've refined it to it, and then yet they still did this kind of nonsense with it. I mean, then even when Obsidian, who made Fallout New Vegas, made a better, I preferred the New Vegas of any of the Fallouts in my opinion, but it was just super glitchy as hell. It was terrible. So like when 6 is and then I've said to myself like, yeah, I would love to play 6, but 6 needs to show me that they've changed, like because like they've like since last year when they said the Outer World or whatever that Obsidian made, which was incredible. It was an incredible game, and showed like the upgrades and stuff with current gen console, with current gen graphics, like there will be there's absolutely no excuse to see what Bethesda's going to do with like Elder Scrolls, with Starfield that's coming out and stuff like that. So we'll definitely need to keep an eye out and call them out if they call any kind of BS and stuff. Let's say let's see. Yeah, to their credit. Yeah, I only give them the credit because they aren't Bethesda. Yeah, that's true. I do feel that No Man's Skies was a great redemption story, though. No Man's Sky oh, that was you, Smitty. But yeah, No Man's Sky is a redemption story. Yeah. yeah, it's crazy. But like, No Man's Sky is just a great redemption story. But that is a very rare case. Very rare for it. I mean, we're praying that Anthem's going to happen. I pretty much lost my faith with Anthem. I don't think people's going to keep their deal with it, but like like I said, I think at this point they just cut the ties with Anthem and just make Anthem 2 or whatever, and then just say, okay, do over. This is a better game. But
we'd like a do over, please.
Yeah, just mulligan it, because like you're telling people to wait. Like it's gonna be you're telling them to wait essentially 2 to 3 years for them to get the real game of that game of that system. So no, I'm good. Alrighty. All right. Smitty.
Yeah. So I had to talk about it. You know what it is. For those that do follow along on Destiny 2, right now, today at 10 a.m., the new raid released. And if any of you are fans of Destiny, then you know that it's always a race to see who can complete the raid first. It's the world first. So that is currently going live right now. I have a couple of Dr. Lupo doing it. It's a bunch of streamers that do this stuff too. I've tried it one time, didn't even come
Lupo's
close
trying to do it.
Yeah, they've got their team assembled. They're doing it. They've been running for 10 hours right now. Okay,
Oh
I think it's
God.
like 10 hours, maybe not. It opened at 10 a.m. PST this morning, so nobody has beaten it yet. They are still going. They have literally been at this part since I started watching this morning
Oh my
around
God.
11:30.
So they're
Yes,
stuck. They've been stuck at
That's
this part
for hours, dude. This dude is literally he has literally been live for almost 11 hours.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Wait, so he
I pulled
can't
up
like get
this
up to
other-
pee or anything, can he?
No, you
Yeah,
can't
no.
because they've been wiping so much. You know what I mean? They'll die and they'll take a break, or you know what I mean, this and
Okay.
that. So yeah, you gotta, especially when it's the first time, because you have to figure out what the puzzles are.
Right.
You know what I mean? You got to figure out what's gonna work if you're
Mhm.
you know, having a power, blah blah blah. What weapons are more ideal? So this is the fun in it for me, especially with this game, is having that experience of trying to figure this puzzle, this monster puzzle out. Huh?
Mm.
I played this, like Destiny
The
2.
game?
I played this game.
Yeah.
I thought I
It's
had it.
awesome.
Hello?
Yeah.
Knock, knock. It's my brain. What?
Yeah.
I thought I had downloaded it and never touched it. I think I did.
Yeah, it's ongoing. I love this game. You know, again, this is one of my favorite games. And just, you know, just the excitement behind a world's first and being able to see people kind of grind through it. Again, I'm not even at a power level where I can go in. I'm still a little bit ways away, but I haven't gotten to grind as much as I'd like to. But from what I'm understanding, this is definitely one where people felt the most prepared equipment wise going into a raid. You know, they have a good variety of things and stuff like that. So that's always awesome. But I mean, clearly this dude's been struggling on this one part, or him and his team, for quite some time. I've got this other stream pulled up as well, and it looks like they're a little further than where Lupo them are. But again, I'd have to go. I think there's like a website or something that'll kind of show you. Let me see if I can find it. Like, kind of show you where the teams are, because there's teams all around the world that have been running this raid since it's opened up. So that's right. Response message. Let's see if I can't Destiny 2 World.
So what's the gain of this? I've never really understood the drives for this. I mean, I understand there's bragging rights to say that you're the first person that beat it, but do you get anything as with the character, like a title?
Yeah.
Or?
So like, I mean, that's the thing. Well, yeah. So I know that they usually, like, they will reach out and, like, you know what I mean? Like, there's like a whole hoopla as far as here we go. Like, I can't remember if there's a prize or something like that, but they usually do something for the team that ends up beating the raid first.
But even if you aren't the first, you still get prizes too as well. I remember.
Yeah,
the last raid. Yeah.
Well, and that's the beauty about it too, is that's the, like, you get raid exclusive gear for running the raids. That's the, you know what I mean? That's the whole advantage and the beauty of running the raids, is for these exclusive weapons, and then of course just being able to fully go through the stuff, because the raids kind of relatively have to do with the story as well, so you get a little more in depth and a little more I guess background on the overarching story. And just anytime you're doing something, I mean, again, this is hours upon hours with the same 5 other people trying to grind through this, getting that feeling and finally accomplishing that. It's almost like going through a life experience, you know what I mean, with a group of friends.
I mean,
and
point, like, you're 100% invested in at this point. I mean, like,
absolutely.
If you're going to be spending that kind of time to do it, which I'm not knocking anyone to do, because I mean, I know there's this, like, I mean, if you remember, like, old school, like 30-man raids or 60-man raids on World of Warcraft back in the day and stuff, like, this is the kind of stuff that kind of brings me back a little bit with this, just without the mayhem of trying to control that many people, you know, to have a game plan. But still, it's very cool that they do stuff like this.
So I'm looking at this and I'm not that far off. So you only need a 1230 power level to be able to actually do the raid, which is a lot more, because I think the max is 1260, but they're saying anything above 1230 gives you no advantage within this. And it also said that, which is kind of interesting and weird, And it also says that, and I don't know what it is, but it says that while achieving the honor of doing something as first in the world is enough of an accomplishment by itself, Bungie also threw its hat in the ring to reward the winning players with sweet loot. But I don't know what that loot is or what they got. But it sounds like Bungie is on board with rewarding these players as well.
That's awesome.
That is awesome.
Better be. Shoot. I mean, Jesus.
Yeah.
I mean, with all the stuff that they're doing, no doubt. But yeah, that's cool. Giving some giving Walker Sugar Cube some PTSD on those ridiculous raids, and wow, that's funny. I remember, yeah. So it's like yeah. I mean, it's cool that we could do it. I guess. Well, first off, also on these raids, how many people can play in one of these raids? Because I'm not really familiar with Destiny 2 myself. Like how many people? Yeah, what's the number count that you can have in this game? For rating.
Oh wait, no, somebody beat it. Clavity's team was the first to beat the boss and make it back into orbit. None of the other teams have made it back to orbit yet. Bungle will probably take a couple of days to confirm. So it looks like they were able to do it. So 5:32 CT, and it started at what time? So it took them roughly
Central? So 3 hours ago.
So they just
Well, no, that was
open at 10 a.m.
Lupo. Well, Lupo and them started at 10. I'm assuming everyone that wanted to do this started at 10 a.m. though, I guess.
Oh, so it looks like 5 hours.
Jeez.
Oh, okay.
So is this it? This is from the 21st for 3 hours.
Yeah, 21st. Yeah.
Nice.
That is crazy.
So this is the run. That is crazy, dude.
How many people can be in a team? Or do you
6.
Six.
It's six. Yeah, six people squad.
Is there a meta?
6 people team.
Is there a meta?
I don't know as far as with this one. I know some of them have, like, I know like in the first one, Bolt of Glass, having a Titan was almost a must because you needed the bubble in order to have enough power to be able to kill the thing. So like some of them have them where like it's almost necessary to. I'm sure there's other ways to beat them, but like it's just like, hey, here is a proven way that the end boss is able to be beaten, and then people kind of follow that strat.
Wow, that's cool.
Right.
That's pretty cool. So when are you gonna play it?
Well, now that I know it's only 12:30, I'm at like 12:10. So I'm not that far off from being powered up enough to be able to actually run through this. And then depending on either I'll try to find friends to throw a group together, or like look on an LFG and get in an LFG group or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
that sounds like a plan. Are you gonna stream it, or were you actually you probably wouldn't want to, because you
I probably would stream it. No. I don't. I'm not one that gets pissed at like doing raids and stuff like that, and like just having to run things over and over again.
Yeah.
I don't get salty about that. So I know there's a lot of people that do. I am not one of them.
That. Like if you know you're gonna get upset, don't do it.
Well,
But if you think about it, but like no, because you'll start getting salty because like you know what you're supposed to do, but then like one person doesn't do what they're supposed to do, and then you're like, look, dude, like I've explained this 5 times, man. Like, what are you not? You're no longer on this duty. You're gonna be doing something else now. You know what I mean? Like emotions start running high and stuff. Yeah. Especially when you've been running the same thing for hours and hours on end, and you're close, and then somebody does. You know what I mean? You're just like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
How long did it take you to get to that level that you're at now?
I've been grinding since, so like it only dropped, which I felt like this was a good time period. It only dropped 2 weeks ago, right? So it's been 2 weeks to be able to get close to even, and obviously people are well over that number, to be able to get raid ready, which is nice. Cause other times it's been like, man, it's like a month of grinding before you're even close to being able to hop into raids and stuff like that. So it's nice that, and this dude at 12:43. So, and again, they said 12:30, anything above it, you get no extra anything from having any power above that. So,
wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, that's pretty cool.
Retro says rating is an accepted form of the gameplay experience as per the gamer manual of 77.
That should be a t-shirt. I think I'm gonna have to. I'm copying and pasting that.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to. That's a good one. I love that. I love that idea.
That is fantastic.
That's a great one.
Love it, Reg.
But Good one, Retro. There we go. Okay, guys. All right. Well,
Okay.
yeah. Well, when you stream it, let me know when, so I can start trolling it.
Absolutely. He says I can start trolling it. Rude.
All right.
Don't you dare.
Oh boy. Hey, Lex.
Yes.
What are your plans for the week?
Well, this thing. Also, I've got. Shoot, Thursday's Thanksgiving, huh? So, Monday, Tuesday will probably be my normal, like 2 to midnight, with Bless, and then
midnight. My God,
that's when that was my schedule all week last week. With Bless from like 2 to 6:30, and then we go into the spoopy games. But I gotta make pies, so I gotta get ready. So Wednesday is probably just gonna be Blessed during the day, because I gotta do my pies. And someone asked if I was gonna do my traditional pie cooking stream. I don't know. I feel I need to like talk to everybody and see. I mean, I feel like a lot of people can't get together with their family this year. And is it like, am I a jerk if I do a pie stream like I normally do?
I
don't think that's it. Yeah.
I mean,
I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Yeah, doesn't sound bad at all.
My oven is a little finicky though, so last year we ran into problems. So hopefully not this year. I don't know. I gave it an Italian tune-up. And now it leans to one side a little bit. I kicked the shit out of it, if I'm being honest. I would turn it to 300 degrees to like slow roast something, and it was like, turn off after 10 minutes. I'm like, excuse you? No. And so I kicked it a few times. I can't afford a new oven, and that fixed it. But now it tilts to one side a little bit. So, oops.
That's not it.
But it works.
Yeah. It works enough.
That's the price you got to pay.
Yeah. If I make a pie,
it works.
I ain't making the crust from scratch this year, though. There's no way. That takes me like 4 hours.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna buy a crust. Well, I mean, my family is real small, and like I feel like I've discussed this before. I'm in a pod, and then my family also have their own pods, and so we can intermingle because we've all quarantined safely. But me, my dad, my uncle, and my little cousin, there's only 4 of us, so I'm just gonna make probably one blueberry because that's what Danielle would want. And not even make my normal pumpkins because I make a spicy pumpkin pie. Oh, it's delicious.
That sounds tasty.
But I don't have any. Well, Ducky last year claimed a pie. He was like, "Can I have one?" I was like, "Sure." So he claimed one of my spicy pumpkins because I use a lot of nutmeg. Which, be careful doing that. You can get like stoned for 48 hours and have a weird trip if you have too much nutmeg or cinnamon. Yeah, be careful. I learned that the hard way.
Oh my.
How much nutmeg were you on? Jesus.
Well, I'd put like 2 tablespoons in my pie.
You just have she has like a dollar bill and just a row just on the glass table.
Snorting it. No, don't do that.
Snorting it.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. I can't be careful, guys. Because I make them real spicy and I add a ton of nutmeg, and apparently you can't do that. So be careful. So it'll be Wednesday. I'm obligated now. Okay, so Wednesday at 6 p.m. we'll do the pie stream. How about that? And then I'm going to take the rest of the week, Thursday, Friday, obviously off because I will be so full I won't be able to move. That's my week, y'all. I'm excited.
That sounds like a plan. Smitty, what about you? I know you're on vacation right now. What's your plans for the week?
Yeah, we're headed up to Scorp Kitty's her dad and mom's property up north, so I'll just be chilling. Like I said, I got into the Luna, the Amazon Luna beta, so I'll be using that, and I'm thinking about maybe taking up the PS5. I don't know yet, but just chilling, relaxing.
We'll take the 5.
Yeah, no, I don't think so either.
Take the 4.
Yep. I think you're right about that.
I would not risk it. Dude, 5 has the most weirdest things that, like, I think 5 is like, I really want to like the 5 right now, but like, man, there's just some of the small crap that my 5 has done, and let alone the crap that they've done. Like why would you cap your less than 120 hertz? It doesn't make sense. Anyways,
Right.
I'm not gonna rant on
He
that,
gonna
but
get
yeah.
mad.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't make sense. It's just like
Yeah, I
what, like
know.
what, like none of this, and then it's like what any of their actions that they're doing does not make a lick of freaking sense to me. And then like
Right.
the glitching, like I don't know if you've experienced your system just randomly kicks you out and shuts down. That's happened to me
Oh.
before.
I would cry
Yeah,
if that happened.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
happened to
What?
me, and I'm just like, yeah. I mean, did you just drop your cat?
She attacked me. She jumped up and tried to jump into my lap and just ha. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
Well, I mean, the only issue that I had was with the remote play, and I was able to get that squared away by uninstalling that NVENC codec, which is weird, or not the codec, but whatever. But yeah, other than that, I have not had. I'm gonna knock on some wood. I have not had any issues with my PlayStation, but I think you're right. I think it's unnecessary. I think if anything, dude, I think I'll just take my laptop up, make sure that my Steam cloud is working, and do that. And then at least I can play some Destiny 2 and do what I need to do as far as that stuff.
Yeah.
Very much so. Yeah, definitely do that. Yeah, I wouldn't take the risk of the 5 at all right now.
Yeah, you right.
But that's cool.
What about you, Davis?
Me, I am well, I'm just going to probably start a new game on the beginning of the week. Probably start up Devil May Cry 5
You
for the
started
PS.
that up already. No?
I was going to start today, but I've been I decided to start cleaning up the house. I just
I gotta do
decided to, you know what's funny? Like when it comes to streaming for me on the weekends, I don't like streaming on the weekends. I realize I'm not a big fan of it. So yeah,
I'm
so
the same way. Yeah, I was like, I like to chill out and you know what I mean,
relax.
Yeah,
exactly. So I like to kind of keep it as open as I possibly can. So kind of be the limited time to be like offline completely and just do the thing. But yeah, so I usually do so Monday through Wednesday I'm probably going to do some Devil May Cry. Thursday I'm not going to stream for obvious reasons for Thanksgiving, and Friday it's usually something random, so we'll see how all that goes. But yeah, so definitely check us out, and we'll be definitely having a fun time. So
oh yeah.
Yes.
Smitty, do you need pies? I'll make you guys pies if you need them.
I mean, I'm not gonna say no to a pie.
I'm gonna stream Black Friday shopping. Oh wait, it's online. Never mind.
Right?
Yeah, that's essentially what it is. Yeah, so we'll see. Guys, thank you so much for stopping by over at episode number 73 of CFG GameCast. Thank you. Thanks a lot. It goes a long way. We will be back again next week. Smitty's not going to be with us because he's going to be traveling, but we'll get someone in the mix of it. We'll be back on Sunday. We're going to be streaming on Sunday this next week, so definitely check us out again. But before we go, just like as always, just make sure to give us a follow, a like, a comment on any of our podcast services. Those go a long way. It also shows us y'all care. So thank you.
Give the kitty a review.
Yes. And then go to our main website, confreaksandgeeks.com, to check out the website with some more other awesome, great content. So once again, this is Davis, Smitty, and Lex signing off. Y'all take it easy.